Okay, good morning, Chavra. It's a beautiful snowy day in West Orange, New Jersey. That's where we are sitting right now. Baruch Hashem, we just had a beautiful, beautiful minyan. Thanks to all those who came out in this crazy storm. And special thanks to you, the Sigler, Joe Rosada, Avi Laub, Aaron Rosazada, Aaron Left walked, Chaim Anati Masov, Paul Newman, Levi, and Shalom Kasowitz. Now we're going to learn, we're in the middle of chapter 31, and we're going to learn on page 92 in the Chayenu. Let's take it away. You ready? Here we go. In today's lesson, do not allow the frustration over your lowliness, the fact that we're so low sometimes, stemming from bodily and animalistic tendencies, to interfere with the celebration of your godly soul. On the contrary, let's work harder to liberate that divine spirit within. Remember, a person should remind himself that if he has to be bitter, okay, at specific times. But as soon as he finishes with that bitterness of the sins, which is momentary, boom, happiness, true joy. Dahainu, Shazois Yashiv El Liboy in order to comfort his heart. In double measure, let him in the wake of the above words of truth concerning his lowly spiritual stature. He should tell himself the following. So here it says, the comfort is dual. Not only is his depression eliminated, but he will also attain a joy which he would never experience were it not for his earlier depression. He may have been sad, but now he's going to be doubly happy. So let him say, Leimar liboy, emes ukein beli sofik, shani rachok moed ma'Hashem betachlis, u'meshukatz mesoiv, take, without a doubt, I'm far removed and remote from Hashem, and I'm despicable, contemptible, and so on. Ach, kol zeh, hu ani levadi, hu haguf im hanefesh hachiyunis shaboy. But all this is true only of me. What's me? My body and the animal soul, which is within me. Nevertheless, mamish. Nevertheless, within me is a part of God. Can you go tell him that it's a little bit annoying? Just Paul, tell Curtis you'll call him back later. All this is inside of me is a part of Hashem, which represents even the most worthless of my fellows. So that even if I am no better than that, I still have this part of God within me, namely the godly soul. The nefesh elikis, the spark of God that's enclosed within my body. But unfortunately, it's in the state of exile within me. On the contrary, the further I am removed from Hashem, and the more despicable and contemptible, the deeper in Golus my soul is, all the more so I pity it. I have Rahmanis on it. Osim kol migamosi v'chefzi lahitzia la'aloisa migolus zeh la'ashiv el beis avia v'nureho. Therefore, I will make it my entire aim and desire to get my soul out of Golus and to return her to her father's house, so to speak, meaning to restore it to its source and its original state as in her youth. Meaning, what does it mean, restore her to her father's house, like the way she was in her youth? That means the neshama, as it was before it was enclosed in my body, it was completely connected and one with Hashem's light, united with Him. V'gamata, and now v'gamata came. So too now it's united with Hashem. Tehei klulim yechadis ba yisbarich. Ksheyasim kol. Can I get a little bit of that, please? Megamosi besoiro mitzvahs lahalbish bahen kol eser b'china iseha kiniskalel. Now too will it likewise be absorbed and united with Hashem when I concentrate on the Torah and the mitzvahs in an effort to clothe the soul's 10 faculties, meaning by applying these mental faculties of Torah study and my emotive faculties to the performance of mitzvahs with the vitality given to them by the love and fear of Hashem, as explained in chapter 4. And in that case, at that time, my divine soul be reunited with Hashem. V'frat mitzvahs tefillin, especially mitzvahs tefillin, chavra. Oops, it said tefillah. Especially in the mitzvah of prayer. Litzaik el Hashem, to cry out to Hashem during davening, b'tzar la migalusa, migufi, hameshuka, tzlahitzia, mimasker, uladavka ba'yisparich. To cry out to Hashem during davening because of the stress that my neshama is in galus, in my body, that does all sorts of terrible things, and thinks terrible thoughts, and says terrible, horrible things, so that he releases it from captivity and binds it, the neshama, to himself. And this is done through tshuva and good deeds. Okay, shehein ma'asim tovim she'isa gedei Hashem chelek Hashem limkoira v'sharsha l'chol olmin. This denotes the good deeds which one does with the intention of returning the soul, which is part of Hashem, to the divine source and root of all the worlds. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Takeaway: a reflection after brutally honest self-assessment. That's a cheshbon nefesh, realizing all the terrible things that you might do. True, I'm currently in a pretty far place away from Hashem, but that's not the real me. That's the external self. The real me is the spark of Hashem, that I want to reconnect that soul to God in the deepest possible way. How? Through studying Torah, through doing mitzvahs, and especially during davening. Good morning, Jojo. Have a wonderful snow day, and we'll see you tomorrow, Mitzvah Shem.
Bye.